Hello and welcome folks back to Bunny Rabbit Wrestling. I am your host, the Bunny Rabbit. Tonight we're going to be doing something that should have been done a long time ago. Jim Cornette can finally settle the score. He can finally get his hands on Harpo Marx himself. Jim Cornette making his way to the ring. He is, I believe, somewhere in the ballpark of around 60, and he's got a lot of wear and tear on those tires. However, it's nothing compared to what Kenny Omega's been through. Kenny Omega, we've all seen him in his prime. He's done those flippy doodads with Okada time and time again. But now the tracks are running thin. I don't think that's how that phrase works, but you get what I'm saying. Kenny Omega's been struggling in the ring. This is going to be a match between two of the most of an old man and a guy who has the body of an old man, Kenny Omega. Here he is, approximately 40 years old and jacked to all hell. He is clearly on the sauce. We'll see if that's able to make up for his lack of movement. Kenny Omega, of course, had his feelings hurt for a long time. Kenny Omega, everything Jim Cornette has said about him has touched a nerve. He's been so sensitive to the criticism. We'll see if he's able to put that aside today and lock in the ring, because we all know in any kind of fight, letting emotion cloud your judgment is something you never ever want to do. Kenny Omega has suffered jabs from Jim Cornette, accusing him of ruining wrestling with his goofy finger pointing and gesticulating. He's made fun of him for things like his Golden Lovers gimmick. He's made fun of him for pretty much anything you can think of, being a bad wrestler. And tonight we're going to get it all out of the way. Jim Cornette, ladies and gentlemen. Kenny Omega. The feud that's been a long time coming. Bunny Rabbit Wrestling, the one and only place to bring you this kind of entertainment. Kenny Omega immediately going for it. Immediately going for a DDT to Jim Cornette. Kenny Omega going off the... well, I dodged it at least. Kenny Omega with the dodge himself. Kenny Omega has some reach with those arms. Suplexing Jim Cornette across the ring. Jim Cornette getting to his feet as Kenny Omega goes for a dropkick straight to the head. Yeah, by the way, Kenny Omega's rated like a 92, I think. And Jim Cornette's rated like a 62 out of 100. So in these games, that means Jim Cornette's not very strong. Yeah, so and anyone who's looking to see Jim Cornette win, I've got some bad news for you. Like, spoiler alert, that's very likely not happening. So what we're going to do, though, is we're going to play strategically. We're going to do scumbag moves like that. We got to bring his health bar down, and we have to rely on a lot of stomps and short strikes. Jim Cornette with the dodge. Jim Cornette has been in more fights than Kenny Omega has. Let's keep that in mind. Real fights, I mean. Jim Cornette does have some experience. We'll see if that's able to outweigh the, the advantage of about 30 points in the overall score. All right, referee going for a 3 count. Jim Cornette with a kick out at 0, not even giving him a sell, not selling anything Kenny Omega does. He refuses to. Kenny Omega beating up an old man with glasses, lifting him up by the head. Kenny Omega grabs Jim Cornette, throwing him into the corner. Jim Cornette not a fan of Harpo Fingerfuck, throwing him, lifting him up with a whatever that move is called, and punching him with the Falcon Punch. So yeah, the plan is we're going to do a lot of these strikes. They don't do a lot of damage, and then we're going to have to hit him down like that over and over until we could at least get him to the red health bar. Kenny Omega able to take advantage of Jim Cornette while he was narrating how to take him out. Kenny Omega with the shitty looking knee lift. Oh crap. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we didn't know. No, we're still in this. I was apologizing for the bad content. But no, you're getting good content. Kenny Omega does have a finisher. Jim Cornette, you have to lock in, buddy. You have to lock in. Fuck. Okay, we're still in this, boys. We're still in this. Kenny Omega with a reversal. Jim Cornette looks like Father Time hasn't slowed him down much. Remember, his whole gimmick was that he's a big nerd, right? And so Jim Cornette hasn't really slowed down when you stop and think about it, because he wasn't much to begin with. All right, we have a signature. We have a finisher. Let's get him out of here, boys. Let's get him out of here. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to stop Harpo Marx. Kenny Omega rising to his knees. Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette with whatever this is. With the GTS from hell. All right, and we got a signature. We're not done with you, buddy. We're not done with you. We're not done with you. Get him with another. Get him with another. Kenny Omega goes down. Go for the pin. Go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. My goodness, Jim Cornette has overcome the odds. All that verbal destruction Jim Cornette has laid out over the years has finally caught up to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega's feelings were a little bit too hurt to be able to withstand Jim Cornette. Either that or the wear and tear really is too much, and Jim Cornette is absolutely right about this guy destroying his body. Rest in peace, Kenny Omega's career. There's no coming back from this one, buddy. Jim Cornette is all elite. And next up on Bunny Rabbit Wrestling, we have some pig-on-pig action, some pig-on-pig violence. Making his way to the ring first, John Pork. Open up your phone, you got John Pork calling. John Pork, a legend, an internet meme, a music producer. John Pork is also infected Brock Lesnar, but that's another story for another time. Go back in the BRW archives if you want to know what I'm talking about. John Pork is here in BRW. He is an Instagram legend. I want everyone right now to go subscribe to John Pork, or follow him on Instagram. This guy's got some amazing, amazing content. You're not going to want to miss what's next with this guy. But anyways, he's here to settle a feud with a long-time mystery partner. We've seen him in public with Lola Pork time and time again. But making her way to the ring next, Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig has been around since 2004. 2004, that makes her 21 years old, and she's still going strong today. Peppa Pig has been seen with John Pork time and time again, but we're all a little confused what their relationship is. We don't entirely understand why these two pigs are mad about each other. Anytime we hear a call between them, it's always in a very accusatory fashion. Here she comes, Peppa Pig. She's going to destroy John Pork. That's her plan. But we're not going to let her. We're not going to let her. God damn, she's scary. We might be in over her head, boys. All right, she's coming in here. She's showing up. John Pork says, bring it. Bring it on, bitch. All right, making it official only in Bunny Rabbit Wrestling. Here we go. Lagging down time. John Pork, terrified. Peppa Pig is like 7 feet tall. Oh, my God. All right, John Pork's plan. I don't think this is a good idea from John Pork to try and outmuscle her. Clearly, she's significantly bigger than you. John Pork is not the most built guy, but still, there's a bit of a respect, a bit of display of respect. Peppa Pig did have a chance to cheap shot you. When you drive someone against the ropes like that, you do get the option of a cheap shot, and it looks like Peppa Pig didn't go for it, which makes me think there is still some respect. Now, people have been questioning, is John Pork and Peppa Pig, are they like brother, sister? Are they boyfriend, girlfriend? No one's entirely sure. So it's kind of up to us as internet sleuths and detectives to read their body language, figure out what's going on. So there is still a bit of a display of respect. So it might be that they broke up just on good. Oh my God, a panty shot of Peppa Pig is something I never wanted to see in my entire life. Not once. John Pork telling her to cover them up. He's trying to bring the camera and attention to himself so people don't look down Peppa's panties. Looks like there is a bit of respect there. Still from John Pork. And the ref, the ref is also trying to hide the wardrobe malfunction. Thank you, referee. John Pork thanking her. Still a polite young man he is. John Pork hitting her to the outside. John thinking about going up to the top, but again, there's just too much respect. He doesn't want to do that to Peppa. John Pork. Looks like he's trying to talk some sense into her. Peppa Pig bringing to her feet.
Throwing Peppa Pig back into the ring. John Pork wants to do this right. John Pork does not have a move from the apron. Hitting Peppa Pig with some brutal shots. It looks like John Pork isn't a berserker, whereas Peppa Pig was trying to berserk, you know, just be a berserker and go in there and hurt John Pork. John Pork looks to be strategically a technician. We do not... Okay, please, Peppa Pig, please. I do not want to see up your panties. I feel incredibly gross even saying these sentences. Grab her, John! Grab her! All right, we need a censor bar there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to keep doing that. All right, John Pork waiting for Peppa Pig to get back to her knees before a vicious blow. And we are seeing up her panties again. God damn it. Oh my God, please. Please, John. Please. John Pork is out of breath. She's a little too heavy for him. What can he say? She's just a pig. All right, John Pork gonna try and catch his breath, but Peppa Pig able to take advantage of it, looks like blasting John Pork with several shots. I don't think she's a big fan of the amount of respect John Pork is showing her. It only seems to be enraging her more. Keep in mind, though, it's never good to fight with your anger. Never good to fight with your heart, because you have to worry about factors like, you know, your own cardio. Like, if you go in there swinging wildly, you're just going to tire yourself out. So John Pork might be trying to drag out this match for as much as possible to gain that advantage of Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig isn't having any of it. John Pork able to no-sell it, though. Please, Peppa, please. We're trying to talk sense into her. It doesn't have to be this way. We can still be together. All right, John Pork going off the top rope. Going off the top rope. John Pork. Elbow drop, straight to the titty. Straight to the titty. Go for the pin. John Pork. John Pork. Johnson Pork. 1, 2. Peppa Pig refusing to give up. Please, Peppa, stay down, please. Peppa bringing herself up to her feet. John Pork, again, looks to just hit her down time and time again. It's almost, if I didn't know any better, John Pork might be playing some sick form of torture. He might be trying to publicly humiliate her. Who knows? If they are a couple, they might both be into that. John Pork off the top rope misses. Peppa Pig still in this. Peppa Pig gonna go for some wild shots, but John Pork just looks to be a step ahead. I hope this isn't some form of sexual foreplay now that I brought that thought into my brain. Never have I ever wanted to think about either John Pork or Peppa Pig in the bedroom, but now I am. John Pork just blasting her while he catches his breath. Yeah, he's a little tired, but taunt to the audience. Catch your breath, buddy. All right, Peppa. I'm going to call you like crazy after this tonight. See if you're okay. See if you're okay, babe, after I send you to the hospital. John Pork. Slowly but surely dismantling her until he gets that signature, I think. Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig still in this. Peppa Pig stalking John Pork. John Pork going to the outside, though. Curiously enough. Looks like he's trying to distract her. Peppa Pig able to break out of his signature. Peppa Pig has a signature of her own now. John Pork able to dodge. Throwing her into the ropes. I don't know what just happened. I think that was a lag in time. Lag in the game. Peppa Pig now taking advantage of it. Peppa Pig with a comeback. Peppa Pig with a comeback. John Pork unable to block it in time. Peppa Pig. Now she's playing a bit more smart, a bit more intelligently. Oh my God, if I actually lose this after all that, it's going to be embarrassing. All right. John Pork with a kick out of 1. John Pork not giving Peppa anything. Peppa Pig able to break out, though. She does stand a good chance, but we're not letting her destroy our boy John Pork. We're not letting her. Peppa Pig with a Superman punch. Superman punch. Oh my God, off the top rope. No! John, get up. Get up, John. Blackout. Something, John. Get up. No! John Pork. All right, Peppa Pig off the second rope. Okay, we're still in this. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, bitch. It's not over yet. John Pork relying on the same moves that seem to be working. Peppa Pig keeps falling for them. Okay, we just need our finisher. We just need our finisher, and then we'll be able to lock in. So we got to taunt. We're going to have to taunt just to get that finisher and signature bar back up. Because I don't think we're going to win any other way. Peppa Pig. Able to reverse it. But John Pork one step ahead. Time and time again. John Pork with another blockbuster. Porky Pig here. Let's see if he could hit a third. No, John Pork juked her out. Okay, we have a charge finisher. We'll get her. We're going to get her ass. We're going to get her ass. We are going to get her ass. This match has gone on for way too long for what it is. End of days from John Pork. This is the end of Peppa Pig. Season 8 is not happening, girl. 1, 2, and Peppa Pig with a miraculous kick out. She is not losing to John Pork with the rollout too. John Pork doesn't know what to do. The audience is going feral for John Pork. People love John Pork. They want to hear his next song. John Pork got his hand stuck on the rope. Wasn't sure what's going on there. All right, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She can kick out of that one. And we can just keep hitting her with the same boring-ass moves because I can't think of anything else. All right. No, we're going to get creative this time. Watch this. We're going to do a move that's never been seen before on Bunny Rabbit Wrestling history. Never been seen before in wrestling. Watch this. No one's ever done that in professional wrestling before. Watch this. Stepping on her vagina. Yeah, I don't know if that's been done before. That probably hasn't been done. Stepping on a pig vagina. All right, here we go. Hit her one more time. We got her signature. We're going to get her out of here. Uh-oh. Pork, lock in. God damn it. She's unstoppable. Peppa Pig taking control of the match, not giving John anything. John Pork is so close to winning, but he just can't seem to get that one step ahead. Peppa Pig. Oh my God, a crazy, I forget what that kick is called, but it's a enziguri, I think it's called, off the top rope. John Pork. This is for Lola. Oh no, Peppa Pig with a vicious slap, blocking his signature, but John Pork counters with the DDT of his own. All right, we're gonna get her up. One more charge finisher. One more charge finisher, and we're gonna get her out of here. This one's for Lola. The end of days. No more Peppa Pig. It's all about John Pork and brain rot now. We're gonna ruin the kid's mind. 2 and 3. Oh my God, Peppa Pig. The heart of Peppa Pig. That's okay, we got a signature. It was showing me the prompt earlier. Where can I do it? Right here, on the head. John Pork. The strength of John Pork showing off her ass. Public humiliation. This is definitely some weird form of sexual foreplay these pigs are doing. All right. John Pork sending Peppa Pig to the slaughterhouse. 1, 2, and 3. Peppa Pig has gotten the axe. Oink, oink, oink. John Pork is calling you. He's calling the network that owns Peppa Pig right now and telling them to cancel her show. John Pork is back in the win column, boys. We did it. We overcame that monster. John Pork playing it up with the crowd. The crowd goes wild. I've never seen the Bunny Rabbit Wrestling going nearly as feral for anyone as they have John Pork, even though the first 5 rows are empty. There's no event like the main event. That's right, it is main event time for Bunny Rabbit Wrestling. For those who don't know, Seth Rollins has been injured recently on Raw. Something happened. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Raw is 3 hours. Please forgive me for not watching it. But this jackoff here got injured, and we're all happy because we don't have to see him. Seth Rollins is probably one of the worst things to ever happen to pro wrestling. He was awesome in the Shield. He was the guy. And then look at him now. Now he's this goblin, this absolutely lame loser who just tacks on cool nicknames and thinks that's enough to carry his personality. The Architect, the Visionary, the Monday Night Messiah, Monday Night Rollins. I'm sure it said something else on the Titantron that I can't remember. Revolutionary. It's just gibberish garbage that like old people in suits think is cool. There's nothing cool about this guy. This is one of the most corporate, lame losers ever, and he tries so hard to have a personality, but he doesn't, and all his promos are just him screaming on the mic like this. There's no, like, flow to it. This guy is genuine garbage on my television. I'm disgusted by him, and I hate him. Did I mention that I dislike Seth Rollins? So what we're going to do tonight is the mature thing, and we're going to kick a man while he's down. We're just going to beat the snot out of this guy. Making his way to the ring next, straight out of the Ruthless Aggression era himself. It's a true freak, a genuine demon, Broly himself from Dragon Ball Z, not the lame Dragon Ball Super one. Oh my god, what is wrong with his titties? Broly's titties are detachable, it looks like. But regardless, here he is. Notable feats of Broly include destroying South Galaxy, beating the life out of the Z Fighters, and pretty much making Goku look like a joke. Firing a point-blank Kamehameha straight to his face. Broly just absolutely tanked that. Double titty from Broly. The strength and athleticism of this absolute unit. The movements this man can do. We're going to use it all, and we're just going to annihilate Seth Rollins. We are going to absolutely break him. This was entirely... Oh, yeah, by the way, this is in Hell in a Cell because, strangely enough, I don't like Seth Rollins. Anyways. Seth Rollins, you're trapped in here with me. Broly with immediately going for a gigantic hammer. Whatever that move was called in Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So our goal in this fight is to just beat Seth Rollins until I feel satisfied with myself. We're just going to absolutely destroy him. Seth Rollins showing an amazing bit of resolve, getting some shots in on Broly. Seth Rollins going to the outside. He knows he's going to have to pull out every trick in the book. Seth Rollins injuring himself all over again. Seth Rollins, watch out. Broly smells blood. Yeah, so Seth Rollins is going to have to pull out every trick in the book possible. Broly going for a chair. Not sure how much that's really needed, if that's needed at all. Seth Rollins stalking Broly with just a straight up bitch slap, giving Seth Rollins a concussion. Yeah, so our goal is to injure every single body part of Seth Rollins, that too. So we're going to start with just beating him to death with this chair over and over. We're not going to do anything creative. This isn't going to be particularly fun to watch. We're just going to keep doing it until I feel better about myself. Hey, just remember, folks, wherever you are in life, just remember you don't talk like Seth Rollins. You do not look like Seth Rollins. You don't talk like Seth Rollins. You don't have the mind of Seth Rollins, and that's for the better. Broly already has a signature. Seth Rollins lifting up Broly. He can't seem to do it. Broly just absolutely powering through. Going for a guillotine submission already. Gosh dang. Seth Rollins forced to use his resiliency already. Broly, 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 why are you so strong? With biceps bigger than Goku's head, and a heart that longs to be free. Broly was a motherfucker, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, stronger than that robot trucker, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Anyways, Broly powering out of a submission. Sorry, forgot to commentate that. I got a little carried away with the song. Throwing Seth Rollins, trying to throw him into the ring side, into the, cage side. Trapped in here, no frickin' longer. Throwing Seth Rollins against the wall, against the barricade. There we go, spearing Seth Rollins, straight through the barricade, Oh my goodness, no mercy from Broly. Face his Super Saiyan wrath. I am the legendary Super Saiyan. How do I climb up here? I don't know if I can climb up here. Seth Rollins, get out of the way. I need to climb up. Broly just marching at Seth Rollins, throwing him across the ringside, climbing up to the top. Broly, do you really need to do this, buddy? Broly, I don't know if this is necessary, buddy. Broly is a sadist, as we all know, though, so it probably is very much necessary for him to get off. Seth Rollins following Broly up to the top. Broly's glow, his green glow. Broly looks like he's going for a something or another. Yeah, so we have to slow down time just because Broly's moving so fast that we want to make sure you could see it. Broly trying to grab Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins able to get a desperation dropkick in. Now, Broly can fly. However, Seth Rollins cannot. So what we're going to do is we're going to toss him down. Why go down, you little bastard? All right, well, it looks like Seth Rollins does not... Looks like Broly doesn't feel like flying. Oh, there we go. There we go. Idiot. Okay, remember, folks, Broly can fly. Broly can fly. He doesn't have a move where he can jump down, though. Wait, when did the ref get up here? Actually, I was not paying attention. When did you get up here? Broly trying to intimidate the ref. I don't know how wise of a move this is, buddy. Yeah, so remember when Broly kind of had to get distracted because he's too busy beating the ass of the Z fighters? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do to this guy. This is absolutely what I'm going to do to this guy. Broly with a vicious pitch slap to the Shimotion referee. Oh my goodness. Kakarot! Seth Rollins! Rollins rot! Broly. Seth Rollins running away. Seth Rollins heard that scream and ran away. All right, bitch, get your ass up here. Come on. Oh my, what is he doing? Seth Rollins remembers how dirty Broly did Vegeta. He doesn't want that to be his fate. Do we just have to like coax him into getting up here? That might be it. The AI might just think I'm gonna like bum rush it immediately. So yeah, I think that's what's going on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock in on Seth Rollins. We're done with the referee. Get your ass over here, boy. There he goes. Bye-bye. Threw him a little too far, but that's okay. Broly gonna leisurely walk his way over here. Okay, Broly gets kicked in the dick by Seth Rollins. His one weakness. Going for a pedigree. Broly with a quick power out, though. Broly just... Unlike the average Z fighter, Broly doesn't need 5 minutes to power up. Broly just goes straight into 100% immediately. All right, get his ass over here. Broly lifting up Seth Rollins. Guillotine again. Not quite what I was trying to do. Is it a running? Hold on. It might be a running move. For Dragon Ball Z Broly. Oh, yeah, it's just a spear. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to taunt his ass up. And then... There we go. Spear! Spear straight out of hell. Spear straight out of hell. Breaks one of the Hell in a Cell panels. And we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again, because why not? Why not? There we go. Secondary spear. Secondary spear. All right, Seth. Get out of here. Get out of here, buddy. You've overstayed your welcome. Broly. Seemingly forgetting how to... Bro, you've beaten his ass. You're at the very finish line. You've beaten his ass this entire time, and now you're struggling, you dumb bitch. Oh, great. Now I'm... Uh-oh. Seth Rollins about to pull off the upset of the century. Where's the ref? Ref has to get down here. Seth Broly with an immediate kick out. Seth Rollins desperately trying to get any form of offense in against Broly. He is the legendary Super Saiyan, though. He had a power level of 10,000 as a baby, Seth Rollins. What are you going to do? Seth Rollins kicking Broly in the face over and over. He's going to try and John Moxley max it. and just no-sell everything. That might be his best bet, using his death jitsu. Going for a pin. I don't think that's enough, though. Yeah, Broly doesn't even need to try to sell that move. Broly just a little bit faster. Let's just go for the pin. Let's just go end it with a roll-up. Just end it with a very sad power bomb. No build-up. I feel satisfied. 1, 2, and 3. Seth Rollins has been destroyed. Good riddance. Get off of my dang TV. And the winner is Broly.
Broly, strongest there is. Thank you folks so much for watching another episode of Bunny Rabbit Wrestling. I've been your host, the Bunny Rabbit. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye-bye.
What? No, only 82 points for that? That was awesome. BS. BS game. BS.